And let's hope that they can give Speedy the space and the best choice of hero as well, coming into the drafting phase of game number 2 between Occupy and TODAK.
There's a not so fun fact if you're an Occupy fan, if you're Occupy, but the carry is no longer at 100% win rate for Speedy. And that's definitely a hit, like confidence-wise, a big morale hit to Occupy, because in MPL MENA, when they get these picks, they can feel comfortable and say, we got it in the bag. Now, even their comfort pick, even their strongest pick, isn't enough.
I kind of feel like Eve has to be paid attention as well, because I really do believe that Moon was the bane of the existence of Speedy as well. So I feel like the bans is going to be very, very interesting. And I'm looking at here, it looks like for TODAK, they banned out the Akai, the Kufra, and looking at Occupy, they banned out the 1-1 as well as the Novaria. They don't want this Novaria to be on the hands of Moon.
Wait, so
sides.
this time, exactly. So this time they've actually opted to swap sides. So now TODAK has the first pick instead of Occupy. I want to see how this changes that first pick, right? But TODAK here, they still have one more ban to go for. Do you think they're going to commit onto a Valentina ban once again?
I just think whatever they can let go, as long as they can get an Arlit first pick. Because I kind of feel like that's what they're really going for, because we saw what happened in game number 1. Yeah, you can flex. Like, usually we don't say that. Usually we don't say it. Usually we don't say Arlit go lane. But for this one, it could happen. Kaja gets banned, and right now Joy is banned as well. The Arlit is open, but as well as the Eve. The Eve could be a good pick as long as you're careful of a Kadita counter pick.
Now it's interesting, right? Because for Occupy 2, they can just trade in a few heroes. Their second pick, which TODAK was able to do earlier. Yves or Arlit, which one is more prio for a team like TODAK?
For me, it's Arlit, but I can see a argument for Eve.
No?
Valen is good as well, but I kind of feel like Moon really shines when he has a hero that he can control his own distance. Because with Valentina, sometimes you have to go in, and it really depends on the ult that you have. So I kind of feel like just to be a little bit safe, better for Moon's playstyle, the Valentina is good, but maybe just a little bit risky.
All right, so high ground is the priority for Moon, right? So we'll see.
So
Oh,
that's
God,
Wow.
it's a Lancelot. All right, so I was talking
Maybe jungle?
to... Exactly.
Maybe
no way.
No way.
No way
Come
can
on.
Lancelot be flexed. But I was talking to one of the other Indonesian casters, right? Gani, he's also an English caster, and he mentioned that he feels that the Lancelot is broken in this meta.
Honestly, Milo from Malaysia is saying the same thing.
I think everybody's saying the same thing. Even Anti-Mage has said this many times in his streams that the Lancelot is so good at doing everything, especially with the gold adjustment. Now he's even better. Now he can actually go War Axe, Thunderbolt, and even Despair, Blade of Despair.
Yeah.
Yesterday we did see that. So Valentina becomes the option right now. The response from Occupy. We want to go for the Arlit pick as well. Nope. The Fredrin up against the Lance. So far we've seen this matchup a few times, and the Lance has had a better time.
Yeah, right now, honestly, because they picked up the Valentina, it is still a good situation for Moon to pick up the Eve, or if he wants the Farsa, if he really wants to deny any kind of crazy crazy steals of the ultimate with IMU, maybe even a little, or just like prolong it, because even though people are like, yeah, the Valentina can steal away the real world manipulation, but I'm kind of feeling like it almost doesn't matter.
We'll
the claw has been picked up, so at least not a gold lane Lancelot.
God, if it was like a gold lane Lancelot, come on, TODAK, right? Okay. The Claude has been picked up, so like you mentioned, it does give more room for the Eve pick, which is exactly what they go for here. Occupy now have a chance to figure out how they're going to deal with this, right? Do they want to go for a gold lane here before it gets banned out and Speedy gets limited?
I think now is a good time to go for the carry, right? Earlier we said not a lot of
or
peel.
Leslie.
Now Fredrin Leslie works, but against the Lance, that's going to be tough, that dive. Chiku Guys, the ultimate flex, since joining TODAK in 2019, Chiku Guys has played every single role and used a total of 56 unique heroes. Even the Layla in MPL.
Even Hanabi.
Hanabi in MPL. This guy.
I mean, I think he's really showing to Moonton is like, you can make me a part of your marketing team. Whenever you're highlighting a new hero, I can show people how to use this hero.
You know, my question is, Chiku's not using a Koyot today.
Oh yeah, no, he's kind of like stayed away from that.
So he's not stressed. He's chill, right?
He's getting healthier.
He's getting healthier.
After getting married.
Okay, congratulations, Chiku, then. But back here, we see the Brody is going to be the choice here for Occupy. So no carry this time, but Brody.
I think the Brody up against the Claude. Great matchup. Now, up against the Lancelot, very good too. But I think Brody struggles more against Eve than any of the, other choices that we mentioned earlier. And that's something that they need to be very, very careful of. I guess what they're trying to say is we have an XP laner prepared that can actually disrupt the Eve and can provide some space for the Brody. Because if that happens, then the Brody is going to have a really, really good time in the back, just dealing damage onto the Claude and winning this lane. I think winning the lane is going to be much easier here for Occupy than it was in game 1.
Looking at both teams, they're both, for now, lacking EXP laners. Sure, the Fredrin can be flexed around. I'm looking at heroes like the Lapu Lapu, like the Yuzon, because I kind of feel like for both teams, they can really utilize the hero very, very well. Looking at the draft, having the Claude and the Eve, having the Brody. But for now, TODAK, they're kind of smelling that this Fredrin might not be in the jungle.
Why do I get the feeling that that's the case as well? I'm not really sure, right? I don't think that it could be. I just feel like right now, Occupy, with how much dive they have, maybe they need something with Engage as well, right? Something with CC. That's something that they're lacking still for that roaming position, perhaps. But I don't know if that's Maro's style. Does he like those hard engaged Atlas type of heroes?
Yeah, he does. I mean, not fully. I think he still prefers just the pick style heroes like the Franco, but I think that's his second most comfortable role, right? He doesn't like the mages like the Kadita and just the supportive ones. He likes the Kufra, Akai, Kaja, and those are actually all the 3 heroes that was banned out. So you can see the proper respect already given over from TODAK to Occupy. Franco, they're still up for grabs, and just as I say it, they...
Cast a curse.
See, it's this. They understand. TODAK understand as well. M4, Maro was the guy who shined, and these are his 4 picks that he usually is able to utilize.
Right now, the glue is open still, and Alpha did well. It's just that it wasn't enough. But this time, there's... I don't know, is the glue still a pretty safe pick here, or they just want to pivot off something else, not showing their hand where this Fredrin is going, EXP or jungle? But at this point, Roamers, does he... I don't know.
Lolita?
Lolita would be good. The Claude, the Cho would be pretty good as well.
They picked up the Brody. They banned out the Franco and Kaja.
I'm thinking Cho, but who knows?
I'm thinking Fanny. We saw Leo on the Fanny a few times. There's a lot of lockdown heroes already out of the game, and TODAK, the front-to-back composition is certainly going to struggle here up against a dive, and never mind, Fredrin's going jungle.
Is the Dyref going to come up here? The Dyref is going to be pretty...
TODAK.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good going up against the Uranus as well as the Fredrin.
For sure.
Is a Formies kind of hero? I kind of feel like Momo could use it as well, but I'm not so sure how comfortable he is on that hero, but I kind of feel like it's pretty good going up against the Uranus as well as the Fredrin. You can increase the tempo very, very fast.
What about just glue?
Yeah, I think the glue is fine as well, but, you know, I want something explosive.
If you expect something from TODAK, you will not get it.
All right, we'll see. Expect the unexpected.
So
Dairoth or glue?
Glue and Dairoth, it's probably going to be Esmeralda or something.
Lapu?
Yeah, Lalapu is probably the safest one. Probably the safest one.
I'm just naming all the EXP laners, but there
See?
you go,
Cho. No.
Oh, you see?
Yuzong.
We said everything and they said
This is one of the more normal drafts for them.
Yeah, we're trying to expect like, oh, it's going to be crazy.
Oh, Mincit. Oh, that's a good pick.
Mincitar lost yesterday, right?
It did, but
That's a
Cho,
good pick.
Lance, Yuzong, Claude.
Wait, what?
Everybody is going to get canceled out of this dash if they're able to find a good King's Calling.
I mean, that's what we thought yesterday. Was it the Evos match?
It was Evo's Fenix.
Evo's Phoenix, but the Mincitar didn't really do well.
Nope. Because he was in a losing matchup against Yuzong. And
Uh-oh.
right now...
And now it's Yuzong and Mincitar again.
And right now we're going into the game because what we saw just now...
Wait, no. It's Mincitar Rome.
Yeah, it's Mincitar Rome.
So no, yeah.
I wasn't
different.
gonna interrupt you guys because
Sorry.
the Uranus is there, but either way, going into this game, what I learned looking at the draft, sometimes you can't call it. Nothing is absolute. A lot of things can happen because even if you have a great draft, if you keep on making mistakes, then you're just gonna give the game over to your opponent.
Well, here you go. We expected TODAK to go for the crazy, and they showed us the most normal draft that we've ever seen from TODAK. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2, where TODAK has the chance to take it 2-0, and Occupy will have to force this one out to force a 3rd game in the series.
Yeah, one more life that they have to be able to win out the series. So a lot of pressure on Occupy in a particular. And these are the lanes that they have actually opted for, and Smile already there in the top side.
For now, it looks like TODAK, they're not using the mid going to EXP rotation. Looks like in this kind of game, they just want to make sure that everything is going well. And you guys had to use the Purify level 1. So level 1 Purify.
That's a kick though. Jiku no, Maro. Not going to use the Flicker. Actually going to try to turn it around and actually wins out of the trade right now. Speedy is taking Yums very low. A few more shots should do it, but Yums just backs off. Chico with the Battle Mirror image is trying to go for the Cannon Mini right now, but he has to be very careful not to get chunked down too low. Meanwhile, up top, Alpha is winning this. It's like M2 or Uranus Yuzang.
Yeah. It's been such a long time, but you know, nostalgia, man.
We're going to take a look at the in-game equipment real soon, but before that, I just wanted to explain that Maro now is on a pick-off hero. So maybe this suits him better. Maybe this is exactly what it takes for him to, you know, pop off here in this game, and we'll see if Minsitar is a Maro's style or not.
Right now, you guys, again, he's just getting pressured quite a lot here in the gold lane. And Speedy goes in for Chiku, guys.
Oh, well played. Stun, though. Gonna come in very, very soon. He gets stunned, and Speedy finds first blood. Chiku too greedy to go for some minions there and ends up getting punished heavily. He's going to lose a whole Cannon in Maro. Finds another hook.
Okay, I want to ask another question. I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but it's because you're LaFell.
We love questions.
And you love TODAK, right? Okay, but I think I can't. I can't right now because Momo here getting caught. Good
dodge on the Fraser's Wrath. With the Petrify as well. Leo just zoned away instantly. Rival. Oh, still going for the turtle right now. Alpha, if he steals this, he is a god, but he doesn't get it right there. Speedy, good rotation in the mid lane. That's a King's Calling as well. And the turtle part memory. Alpha, that was cheeky, man. He tried to steal it away from his gold lane. That's
another kill here for the side of Occupy. 2-0 here in the first 2 minutes. But back to my point there. Chiku, that's how he plays though, right? There's a lot of ways, there's a lot of times where TODAK just completely ignores Chiku, and this is TODAK playstyle, right?
Here's the thing, when he sees a minion, he forgot he has a HP bar. That's kind of the way that he plays. He really prioritizes the farm over his own health.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's why before this he had to use the way.
Oh, the Koyo.
Yeah. He prioritizes everything else. But right now, look at this. Maru gets caught.
Yep, picked off by the way of the dragon, and Moon is going to be the one who TODAK give the kill onto, giving him a bit more resources to play with. But isn't the saying like Chiku's not afraid of death, death is afraid of Chiku?
Yep, that is the case, and that's why he doesn't look at his HP bar that much. Speedy is down here. Yums, looking at this, he does not have his ult just yet. Momo up top alone. Is this a good dive?
3-man Petrify, able to lock him down. Okay, but Momo's still alive right now, and it's actually an outplay! Momo's still just waiting there. He finally falls, but I think it's worth it. No, he loses a whole wave, but and some gold. Moon is here in Yums as well, though. I don't know about this. They stayed a bit too long. Oh, that's a flicker. Good Black Dragon form from Smile. Clutch there. But yeah, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, but that's why I asked the question. Was that a good dive? Because the minions weren't there. They're going to take the full shot of the turret. So I was like, okay, I mean, like, I see what you're trying to do. But even if Momo misses the wave, it also kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of emphasis there in that top lane. Very interesting here from Occupy, but look at this. Rival already trying to steal that out. Does he get it?
Wait, he retreat that. Both of them retreat that.
Wait, what?
Now King's Calling, locking Yums down. And that's a turn from memory to pick up the kill. It's a killing spree for Speedy. And Alpha in the top lane is doing pretty well on this Uranus. A good pickup against the Yuzong. Yeah, I'm pretty surprised that both of these junglers actually used their retribution there.
I think Rival got it. I think Rival got it, yeah.
Yeah, they both used retribution though, so they really didn't prior to turtle
at all.
But Occupy still were able to get it because of the pick.
Okay, 1,000 gold lead now for Occupy. They are leading quite a bit, but I gotta say, I mean, that's the beauty of having a Brody on your team, right? Earlier on, you already have that much base damage. A little bit way more than Chiku does in that early game, but look at that hook.
Oh, this lockdown is disgusting. TODAK memory to the back. Oh, Yums is still able to survive. Smile's actually going to be picked off. TODAK playing with their limits, literally.
Here's the thing, man, because Yums, I know he's trying to bait it out, and he really believes in Moon being able to deal that damage, and now Momo gets caught as well.
I'm gonna have to say, Maro is on point right now. Momo jumping back in. Turn apart memory should be able to lock him down, but it does not lock him down fast enough. They get chunked so low, and the shutdown comes through. Now it's for Rival. Wait, the Dragon bringing Maro back. The taunt doesn't save him. Leo needs to get out, and TODAK are punishing Occupy for going for these picks. They're not stopping. Wait, they're not stopping. They want to go for more. That's the Thorn Rose. Leo's one. Smile's coming back in. Has away the Dragon. That's a Jiku. No, and it's the phantom execution to the back. Smile has nothing to say.
Oh, he's going in?
No way. No way. All right. That's where
look at this.
This is Longar style. Away the Dragon. Rival still wants it. Thorn Rose. Oh, he with the flicker, but you can't flicker 2 times. Moon shuts him down.
All for Momo.
All for Momo.
This is why Momo is like, I can sacrifice myself. You guys got this, right? I mean, my HP is not that important. So this is the way of TODAK as well. They're willing to sacrifice a lot just to get something a little bit more.
Yeah, that was so flex though by TODAK, right? Now they're going to pick up another objective. That top side is going to fall. And this is a little bit different to what we saw in game number 1, right? It was Occupy who was leading in terms of those objectives, those side lane turrets that were already taken down. But now TODAK, even though they're going very aggressively in that kind of style, they are still keeping their eyes on the objectives.
That was really cool, by the way, when the turtle spawned. The stage was like rumbling and stuff. But anyways, Leo is already ready for that. No, he's not ready for the turtle. They're ready for a trade, but Speedy again gets knocked back into the team. Leo here just taking everything. Maro's next on the chopping block, has to use the KCD, King's Calling defensively.
Great, but in that fight, honestly, Momo did great. He went straight on to Speedy, making sure that no damage can be dealt to the team. And they're like, yeah, we can 1v4 Leo, but Leo's the 1 and they're the 4, making sure that they win all of the trades. Right now, TODAK, they have a gold advantage. For now, look like Alpha getting caught, but does it really matter? This is a Uranus. Uranus can take a lot of beating.
Yeah, and now Chiku as well can finally start to go online, right? He already has that item, the Golden Staff. Should be able to have more impact in those team fights. And this is when things go a little bit differently. Occupy now, I think they're starting to reach that point where, oh, wait a minute. Is Rival going to go for it again?
Yeah, I mean, he's already 3 levels ahead. Why not? Oh, Leo, whoa. Leo won that?
Leo gets it.
Leo won the retreat battle. 3 levels up. All right, Maro's forced to flicker out. I guess they get what they wanted here. A battle spell, but they didn't get the purple buff.
I kind of feel like there's one of those situations where you try your luck. If it doesn't work out, it's okay because they got a lot still from there. Rival trying to get the orange buff as well, unsuccessful. But so far, I kind of feel like this is just one of those mental things where they're just like, we're going to make sure you're always careful. You're always pressured. I kind of feel like that's what they're going for.
This is the problem with Brody as well. In my opinion, I mean, looking at this matchup, you're up against a Claude. Sure, bullying him is great, but you need to get these objectives down fast. And the fact that in 8 minutes, that's the time where they got the bottom side turret, it's way too long. They need to start to transition and use that Brody snowball. And they are, oh, wow, good hold on to Moon. Out of everyone, a tournament memory, we'll be able to find him. And just like that, the shutdown. And another goes down a Smile. Occupy 2 kills right as the Lord spawns. This might be enough to get them back on track.
That's what happens when Maro gets a pick-off hero.
Dude, like that hook, that was mystical. How did it hit onto Moon? And right now, Momo is trying to zone everyone away.
Okay, Speedy able to escape, and this is it. Torn apart memory all the way to the back. Momo gets sniped down from downtown. Chiku's next Alpha is just running wild on him, spinning around. And now, even Rival zoned away. Young's has spawned back in with Moon. Maro's trying to zone them away with this Minsathar. He's going to be kicked back to the team with the way of the Dragon. And the real world relation is going to be baited out right now. Only 1 kill. If it's just a roamer, it's still going to be worth it. A Smile walks back in. I'm not too sure about this play right now. They should just back away as they got the Lord with the way of the Dragon. Flicker is onto Moon to get him back to the turret here as Occupy just want to disengage.
That was very bad for TODAK, but it is still the first Lord of the game, so it's still okay. But now, what Occupy is saying to them, Speedy is saying to Momo is like, you can try, man, you can try, but if you let me live, if I just have 1 HP, I'll make you regret it. And Momo, I think he did regret it.
He did. Like before everything even begun, he was already gone out of the Land of Dawn, and that's the problem, right, with Occupy right now. I don't know how long they can do this though, right? Speedy, Brody against Chiku, guys, in the long run. Oh, wait a minute.
Going for
Flash.
a fight. Oh, Maro actually hooked over to Speedy there. I think it might have been a little bit of a miss mechanic, but Occupy are not really using the Lord at all. They actually got it cleared out. TODAK doing it super well. I guess they equalized the gold lead, so the playing field is a bit more even now.
I kind of feel like what Maro was doing, he thinks that Rival will be dashing there. Rival finds Smile. Smile has the Phantom Execution, being able to run away. And TODAK, they're just trying to clear all of the outer turrets.
Rival's just so scary.
Wait,
You're
Alpha.
never safe here. But Alpha on the top side.
Wait, I don't know about this, man. I don't think you do that much damage to the turret right now. Alpha able to escape, though. This is... Oh, look at him. He's waiting there. I don't know if that was a mistake by him, though, because...
Bottom side?
He's got locked down. Bottom lane. They're doing the same thing onto Rival, who's still going to be able to dash Phantom Execution. Sort of our memory. Oh, it's not in range. Rival got out.
Oh,
it's
no.
a bait. Yums is here. The cavalry's here.
Oh,
the Black
Liam
Dragon forms to the back. Is that the flicker? Good King's Calling. Lock him
Oh,
down.
beautiful.
But look at that beautiful real-world inflation. Maru's able to save his gold laner, but Occupy. Smile's going to fall. Not just yet, but in the end, it is inevitable. Speedy is able to recall. That's a flicker by Maro. And it's a 3-for-1. Wait, 4-for-0 actually. Might have... Yeah, Maro's dead here. There's no way he can go, even with the flicker burnt. Massive value for TODAK. A disaster for Occupy.
Dude, like, thought I just turned it around, but I gotta say, don't know what happened there. Like, a lot of, I would say, mechanical mistakes coming in from Occupy, and now Alpha, he has to run away. He has to give the purple buff over to Rival, because it's not just that Speedy. Everyone was out of range of his ult, but the same Leo tried to dash away from the buff pit, and he just couldn't get out.
Yeah, he couldn't, and that gives TODAK just that much more of an edge here in the 12th minute of the game. 3,000 gold lead as we take a look at the in-game equipment for both of these teams. And I gotta say, right, Chiku guys looking scary with all 3 items up already.
Yeah, and Rival looks like he is valuing a little bit in terms of damage. I think he feels like in this game, he's not really that threatened. And now, Chiku guys want to deal a bit of damage to Alpha, but you got to be careful, man. Everyone for Occupy is here.
Uh-oh, now it's the bait back from Occupy. Torn apart memory, takes him down. Yums is going to fall as well. The Lord hasn't even been started by TODAK. It's back and forth, bro. It's back and forth.
I'm sorry, Lafel.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry, I did it again.
Yeah, you know what?
It's
you know
CC,
what?
Caster Curse.
Yeah.
That's the kind of CC that you can't purify out of.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Could you stop?
But with 2 members down now, they have definitely the man advantage to go for this. With Rival and Leo's track record, Leo's been doing really good with the retributions.
He doesn't want to go for the retribution. They want to go for a fight, and Rival's still able to survive with the Torn Rose. Alpha was trying to zone them away, and it is going to be a free Lord over to Occupy with a Wind of Nature built as well from Speedy. It's going to give him so much more survivability, and this time, I don't think Occupy are going to let TODAK just clear out their Lord.
I'm just giving Eterna the side eye, but now they want to clear the minions. Is it safe for them to do so?
Let's see. Maro is going for the stun. Yums not able to pop him in that way. The Dragon, the taunt actually stops him from doing so, but it's still going to be Maro who gets taken off. Chiku is doing so much damage. Speedy's going to be targeted in the back. He has the flicker to get out. Leo now with the Apprentice's Grasp, unable to find it to sustain back up and Occupy. They have lost 2 right as they got the Enhanced Lord.
Yeah, I think they overcommitted onto that decision, right? They should have just waited. They should have just been disciplined with this. But instead, now they have to lose 2 members and cannot fully get the benefit of having that Lord with them.
Right now, looking at the situation, Occupy, we can definitely see that they are starting to know the movements of TODAK, because they're starting to catch all of these cheeky movements coming in, trying to go for the side lane pushes and such. So Chiku guys, as well as you, they got to be a little bit more careful, because now it looks like Occupy, they're starting to know what they're gonna do before they even do it. But the same thing can be said about TODAK. Once Occupy gets some kind of victory, gets some kind of advantage, they seem to know it's like, okay, they're gonna push their luck, and then we're just gonna bite them back.
We'll see what they do here, right? Occupy now back on the defense once again. Rival here trying to look for a steal. I like how Leo puts it. Grand Theft buff. Grand Theft Orange or Grand Theft Purple.
Yeah.
I love it, but that's what they're trying to do so far.
Oh, the caster Leo.
Yeah.
Okay. You confused
Leo
me.
cast
Do I have to say Leo? Leo?
Looking at the items now, I'm just gonna move on. Where Now that Chico guys has the Malefic Roar, I would say everyone here is more or less fully built. Everyone has the damage. Everyone has a way to save themselves from trouble. The Lord is gonna spawn in over a minute. I kind of feel like this is the moment where both teams trying to establish some kind of map control, because since both Maro as well as Yumes, they can catch someone off. Moon has to be careful. Maro is there. Moon learns his lesson.
He does. He really does. Oh, rival. Oh, that's a very aggressive passive
look at this.
execution. It's almost just a distract, though. Look at Yumes in the back. Jikundo, and as the King's calling a bit late to the party, and that's Speedy caught all the way in the middle. He's able to survive there, but he will fall to rival right now, and Occupy have lost 2 of their map. Oh, finds a 3-man hook under the turret to bring it back again. It's giving another trade here. Only Immortality's down for the side of TODAK. Rival and Yumes super low. Alpha trying to run him down right now as he keeps on going at it. Smiles doing some damage as well.
Oh,
That's a double kill, but Chiku comes back at it, finds a shutdown, and goes straight for the base. Alpha, I don't think he's going to be able to survive. I don't think he's going to be able to defend this one. The minions are going to be able to crash down. Chiku's right there, and it is going to be GG as the way the dragon locks him down. TODAK 2-0.
Starting off well here, TODAK in the group stages gets a 2-0, even though for both games, Occupy really made them sweat, making sure that if you make a mistake, we're going to capitalize on it, but still, TODAK comes up on top.
Yeah, TODAK just lungers through the group stage as they usually do. 2-0 clean against the representatives from MENA. Now, with this result, 2-0, Occupy next against Blacklist.
Ooh.
It's not looking too good for them here
Challenging. It's
in
gonna be
MSC
challenging.
2023.
It's definitely going to be challenging here, right? I mean, especially after looking at the way they play. They're a very systematic team. They usually want to go for a clean front to back. Against Blacklist, you really want to front to back.
TODAK got fans.
TODAK does have fans. They have a lot of fans in the building right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's just cheering for TODAK. And so far, the headline's still going to be Supremacy. The C teams have yet to fall to a region outside of C.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We haven't seen
We
NA
have
play.
OP, brah.
TK,
TK?
Turkey,
Oh.
TK.
Why do you have to show
Yeah.
from everything?
Because
Come
he
on.
did it in game.
No,
What did you say? CCD? No, what
no.
did you say?
KCD. King's calling defensively.
Yeah, so we're abbreviating things now. That's
Why is
the
everyone
meta,
being
guys.
creative? Everyone's being so creative.
Because of TODAK.
Because
They
of
forced
TODAK.
us.
Yeah.
They're like, Arlet Gold? All right, we got to top that somehow.
And then second game, fully normal.
Yeah.
Completely normal, and yet they were still able to win.
Same
Wow.
outcome. And the same way they took fight, still chaotic. Even with a standard, proper composition, they still took that way, that route of being just chaotic in these team fights, and sometimes it didn't really work too well for them.
Here's the thing, right? It's why it's entertaining to watch Malaysia play. Because even when we're winning, we have to have at least one moment where we kind of got to throw. Just to make it more interesting, you know, a little bit more dramatic. Because if it's so one-sided, man, it's kind of like, why are even people watching? So they're like, okay, guys, we're winning a little bit too much. Chiku, could you like, try to get a 1v1, and then it turns out to be a 1v4 and a 2v4.
So what happens when they lose?
The opposing side has to throw one time.
Okay.
The opposing side, say going up against Echo or Blacklist or anyone,
Alright.
if they're winning hard, let TODAK win one team fight and then just move like normal.
Okay.
At
Okay.
least one.
Thank
at
you
least
for
one
that.
throw.
Thank you for that. But I really want to know what happened in that particular game, right? How is it that they, because I would say draft-wise, Occupy didn't really have a bad draft.
I would say neither had a bad draft. I would say in this game it's just that the thing about the good thing having Chiku in your team is he gives you that confidence to move forward because he always reminds the team whether they have enough damage or not. So whenever they go for those skirmishes, it's most probably that Chiku gave the green light. It's like, guys, why are you guys acting scared?
Right.
Scared.
All right.
Why are you acting scared? You know,
Scared.
just go for it, man.
This
Just
is
Is
why.
this Chiku again?
This
or
is why they are
Rival
acting
this time?
scared.
There you go.
rival.
Man, I wanted to highlight this player like ever since game one, right? He has been such an amazing jungler. MVP definitely
Look at him.
well deserved. If he's on the Ling, he's on the Lancelot. I'm excited to see what else he has in his
Look at his
arsenal
face.
because he's so humble, he's so cute, he's so down to earth. He gives that vibe.
You wanna know why?
Uh-huh.
Now he's getting back to his roots because Rival is an assassin player.
Ah.
But because of the meta, everyone keeps forcing him to use the tank junglers, the Minotaur, the Kaja, the Akais, the Fredrin. And he's like, it's a good hero. We want to win. But even look at his itemization. If he has an opportunity, if he has the green light from his team, guys, can I go damage? Please, just let me go damage.
Half.
You know, it's enough. This is like a 50-50 kind of thing. Compromise.
And here we're going to also take a look at the heat map, right? The way he was able to just rotate across the map, it does seem like, you know, again, he's just pretty standard, but there's a lot of invades going on here.
With 0 deaths.
With 0 deaths. He kept on invading with the Lancelot, and that's why I think, you know, Gani and Shamilomilo said it's broken.
Thank you for saying his name correctly.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
That's how you say his name?
Shamilomilo.
It's not Milo?
I mean, yeah, it's just that, but meaning like, you know, like the full name.
Oh, the full name.
Like Shamilo is the professional name. If you want to be cute, Shamilo Milo. For me, if you want to be cute, it's not Lafel, it's Pel Pel.
I think highlights are cuter, Lafel.
All right, so let's look at the highlights where in this game, again, we got to highlight both Rival as well as Moon because they've been doing a lot for the team because the moment where Moon got hooked, the moment that Moon was not in play, we can definitely see Occupy really heavily punishing TODAK because there's not much that they can do. But again, Rival, the way that he's been playing, he's not only getting those kills, he's not only getting those farms, but the thing is, he's applying pressure non-stop. And being, like playing in tournaments, right, you have a lot to think about. And when you have someone in your face all the time with a sword, and you have a cape, and you're sometimes yellow, sometimes white, it gets to your head.
Wait, we're talking about Mobile Legends, right?
Yeah.
I lost.
I'm getting
I'm talking about Rival, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to give an honorable mention to Yums, right? I think there were a lot of moments where he created it. Moon was really good at the follow-up afterwards, but that first initiation, that pickoff, it was created by Yums. I don't think we've mentioned his name enough.
And there you go. That was one of the moments that really changed the game. He was able to get to the back line. And this is the crazy amount of communication coming in from TODAK. The moment someone says goes in, they don't say no. They don't say why. They just say, how fast you want me to get there?
They don't even say anything. They just go in, right? Whenever someone makes a call, especially Chico.
Talking is overrated.
Talking is overrated. And TODAK, they have that telepathy.
Yeah, telepathy. With Malaysian slang. But either way, looking at the itemization over here, really the one to highlight is both Chico guys as well as Rival. Chico guys actually farmed out very, very fast, but still Rival because of his constant pressure in the jungle. And this does show the changes in the jungle because looking at the goal here, 14,000 over to 13,000, because usually Chico guys will always have the gold advantage throughout the game. But here, Rival is making a case for himself.
I found that interesting. Sorry, because I was thinking about it and then I was like, oh wait, that makes sense. There was only one dominance for Uranus, and then Moon had to build NOD for the Uranus.
And I really want to talk about just Speedy here. His build in this game, he actually, usually for a lot of Brodies, they want to go for the Blade of Heptases. Sometimes you go for Fury Hammer BOD.
Yeah.
I think he was in a position where he was super ahead that he could have gone for the Fury Hammer into the BOD to get that snowball going a bit faster. Because the Claude is just really hard to go for a catch, I think the BOD would have served him better to take turrets down in the early game. He instead went for the Blade of the, Heptases first into a Malefic Roar. So he was really just banking on fights. I feel like maybe that's Occupy style, but Brody, again, in the early game, how you snowball isn't really just through team fights. Team fights help, but it's the turrets, that map pressure.
Yeah, getting that very early lead for your team, making sure that they have enough defensive items to deal any kind of damage coming in from TODAK and have enough damage to actually take down Yums before he can actually kick you away. Looking at the ace, it's Jiku looking at the one that has